When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Hey, weirdos. I am Katie Heron.
And I am Khaleesi.
And this is Morbid.
Just kidding.
You're probably so confused if you didn't go to the Bleeding Hearts Ball. But guess what? You don't have to be because tickets are still available and you can click the link in our bio to buy a ticket if you missed the show.
Whoa, look at that plug right up front.
It was just a really fun show, to be honest.
It really was a fun show. It was a lot of fun. It was fun to get all dressed up again.
It was. I loved getting all dressed up.
Any excuse for a costume and some ghost stories about dead brides.
Yeah, and we decided to donate all of the proceeds to some Black Lives Matter charities. So
yes, because it's in honor of Black History Month.
If you go check out the show, you can find out which ones those were that we decided. And we'll post later.
So we'll post it just so you guys know.
Yeah.
But just know where your money's going.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. Now, we are doing listener tales today because we haven't done one for February. And man, it's been like preparing for the show. It's been a crazy week.
Yeah.
And I have a 2-parter coming up that the Patreons chose. Mm-hmm. So we figured we would just give a little break in between with some listener tales.
Yeah, so next week you're actually going to get 3 episodes because Alaina, are you doing both parts next week?
Yeah, because I don't want to make you wait.
Yeah, you're doing both parts, and then I already have my thing done, so we'll do my episode too, so you'll get one of those ad-free.
Yeah, one of them's going to be an ad-free bonus episode just because
Why not?
love you.
Yeah.
And
hey,
you
what's
guys
up?
are rad, and we appreciate your support, so we want to gift you as much as we can.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a fun one. I've taken a look at them, and these are going to be good.
I think we both ended up picking like 3 each, actually.
Yeah, I think we did.
So it's like Crime Countdown. 3, you're bringing 3 to the table, and I haven't seen them, and vice versa.
And now we're going to find out.
Yes.
I think that's all we have for business, too.
I literally can't think of anything else.
No more business.
Should be like rock, paper, shoot live. Rock, paper, shoot.
Yes.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh my God. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay, you win.
I won. Did you guys love that? I bet you did.
We have the same tactics. I keep it like rock for the first two.
Yeah,
and then I'll change to paper.
But then I get nervous because if you keep it for two, sometimes people catch on and they
do paper.
A paper to cover you.
Yeah,
you guys know.
Yeah,
you guys are rock paper scissors shoot pros, so you know.
All right, well, you won that vicious round, so you go ahead.
All right, let's see. So I think I'm going to pick. My first one is going to be how my sister got her extra-toed cat from a murderer.
I mean, how could you not pick that?
And there's a photo of this cat, and I'm going to ask if we can post
there?
it because it's the most adorable cat.
I didn't even see the picture.
I love it. So if you are listening, yeah.
His paws are so fucking huge.
Oh, wait until you find out how many toes this cat has.
Many
toes.
Oh my God, I feel bad for her. Okay, all these plants too, like, go off.
So we'll see if we can post this because it's a really good one.
Imagine cutting this cat's nails. You don't have cats.
I was going to say I don't have cats, so I don't even know. Hi, Ash. Hi, Alaina. My name is Heather, and you are welcome to use mine and any other names in this story. Thank you, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Also, Heather, is it okay if we post that picture? Let us know.
We'll email her.
Yeah. My sister Charlie, yes, the one with the extra-toed cat, introduced me to Morbid by making me listen to the Toy Box Killer episodes.
Yeah, that's real fucked up.
Because we grew up in New Mexico and had no idea about what flaming bucket of buttholes ever resided in our home state. Also, we used to have flaming bucket of buttholes.
I love it.
Made me laugh.
Picture that.
Also, we used to have lake days on Elephant Butte Lake near the Toy Box Killer's house where he possibly dumped his victims.
Oh, shit.
And that just attests to my rational fear that there are always dead bodies in lakes and you should never swim in them. I totally agree with that.
Oh, see, I think lakes are so... I mean, there's definitely lots of dead bodies in lakes.
100%.
But they're also so peaceful, and I love swimming in a lake.
I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum. I'm with you.
Uncle Tim's house?
Yeah.
That lake is gorgeous.
Heather, I'm with you. Oh. I don't swim in any lakes.
You don't. I can attest to that.
I can confirm.
I'm a freaking mermaid up in those lakes.
Anyways, I was immediately hooked on your podcast because you guys are so sweet, hilarious, super good at research, and have sailor mouths like me, which will not be displayed in this story because I told my innocent mother I'd let her know if my story made it on the podcast so she could listen.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'll try to keep mine in check for this story.
Yeah, me too.
I love how relatable you both are, and I feel like I'm just chatting with my BFFs about gruesome murders when listening. I love that.
You are our BFF.
You are, and I always love when people say that because I'm like, yes.
Yeah, we just want it to be chill vibes.
That's what we're doing.
Chill vibes only.
Needless to say, I've become a huge supporter of you both, and I've already bought two of your items from Murder Apparel that I love.
Oh.
Alaina, you even inspired my husband to possibly become an autopsy tech. Because he was working towards a nursing degree, but realized dealing with the dead instead of chatty patients is much more suitable for his personality.
Okay.
That's fucking amazing. Oh, damn, I already sucked at that.
Yeah,
that's
it's okay.
Fudging amazing.
That's fucking amazing.
That's so cool.
And that's like the fourth time we've heard that. At the meet and greet last night, there was at least 2 or 3 people that were like, I'm going to go either
I love that.
Be like a forensic like pathologist or... Wow,
it makes my heart sore.
Making a difference.
I love that. That makes my heart sore. And good luck, and that's amazing.
You can do it.
Now, on to the story of how my nephew cat became a part of my family.
I love it.
Ever since our childhood cat had passed away, Charlie had been bugging my parents to let her get a new cat. At the time, my parents owned a tire store, and one day one of their employees brought a young cat to work and told my dad that he could take the cat if he wanted it, and if not, he would just put it outside his house to feed the coyotes.
That's fucked up. Franklin and Lux, please close your ears.
And also, in parentheses, I know, so sad and really messed up.
He was basically like, you have to take this cat.
Take this cat or I'm going to kill it. Well, my dad made a cage out of a shopping cart in the garage of the tire store and put the cat in there. He then called Charlie and told her he had a cat that she could have if she wanted it, but he wasn't sure she would because there was something wrong with it. Just FYI, my dad was joking and always makes dark/messed up jokes about our pets and such, but is actually a total softie when it comes to animals and is a huge reason why Charlie and I are such animal lovers and spoil our pets so much.
Oh,
that sounds like my dad too.
Yep.
He like talks a lot of shit and then he's literally the most, like, Bailey and him have a bond that no one has ever seen.
Like no other.
Like, no, and he was the first one when John and I wanted to get Bailey. He was like, I don't need to be taking care of a dog. I already had one. I'm not doing this. And now he dies when she comes over. Like,
oh, yeah.
And Bailey just, like, melts into a puddle on top of him.
Bailey will smell Papa coming from down the street. I swear to God, I'll, like, be at Alaina's house when my grandparents come over.
Yep.
And she also has this specific bark. Like, she starts to, like, squeal when she knows he's near.
It's a literal squeal, and her butt wiggles so hard that I'm always scared she's going to, like, break a hip. Yeah, she gets so excited. So I totally understand this.
And Papa always goes, "Oh, Bubsy!"
Yes, every time.
When the girls were little, Alaina's girls, if you asked them, "What does Papa say?" they'd go, "Oh, Bubsy!"
It was so cute. That's just some wholesome content that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, exclusive.
But yeah, so Heather, I know who your dad is now. Like, I get him.
I see it.
I totally get it. So her dad's a total softie, of course. Of course, Charlie was so excited and rushed to the store to get her new fur baby. She goes to see the cat and what was supposedly wrong with it, but immediately knew that nothing was actually wrong with him. He simply was polydactyl, meaning he has extra toes. He has 28 toes to be exact.
What the fuck? How?
Also tied with the world record cat for most toes.
Wow.
What a freaking honor.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. And he was given the appropriate name, Thumz.
Oh my God, with a Z.
She took Thumz home and they became instant best friends.
Oh my God.
Well, a little while later, the employee that gave us Thumz was still working for my parents, and one day they got the terrible news that this repulsive piece of human garbage had chased down and stopped his ex-girlfriend's car with his own and shot her in the chest before turning the gun on himself.
Oh my.
They were both pronounced dead after being rushed to a nearby hospital by first responders. He took this poor woman away from her loved ones and left their 7-year-old son parentless.
Oh gosh.
From what I have gone back and read, they were going through a custody battle at the time over the child, and she was trying to get a paternity test. I am not sure of all the facts regarding that situation, though, so I cannot speak much on the details. My heart breaks for her friends and family, especially for her son. Oh, me too. Mm-hmm. And I can only hope that they are all thriving now. My dad later told me he got a weird feeling when this employee lost it at work one day and was looking for a reason to fire him at the time.
Wow.
Wow.
I know, it's really hard to fire someone.
Yeah,
I remember
scary, too.
when I worked at a salon, there was like a really big situation going on, and like this girl needed to be fired, but my boss, who I worked like so closely with, was like, "You don't understand like
the hoops
all the
you
hoops
have to jump through."
Yeah, you have to like talk to lawyers and shit most of the time.
Because it's very easy to turn around and sue for wrongful firing.
Right.
Now that I've probably made you very sad, I will tell you how great Thumz' life has turned out after his rough start. He lived in New Mexico for quite a few years before being the biggest, baddest cat in the neighborhood. Charlie and him then moved to Oregon, where he became a calm, sunbathing, plant-loving hippie cat, where his days running the streets were merely memories. They now live in Hawaii, where he spends his days looking out at his ocean view and being a loving big brother to his new sister cat.
Oh my God.
Charlie and I often joke about his past running the streets of New Mexico and saving him from hungry coyotes and residing with a murderous man.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for reading my story. My sister and I are full of wild stories because New Mexico is a cray-cray place to grow up.
I believe it.
So maybe we will write you some listener tales together to send in one day. I hope you do, or if you already have, I hope we find them.
Yes.
Keep it weird. Sending y'all a ghost hug. You can't feel it, but it's there. Oh, I love you.
Virtual hugs.
I love this. P.S. I attached an article with the murder and a pic of the handsome Thumz. Also, his Instagram is...
Okay.
Okay, guys, are you ready?
I
Can
literally
you see
just...
Thumz?
Did you just see me?
Ash just grabbed her phone. At Thumz the cat. And that's Thumz, Thumbz. The cat.
All right, let's see.
If you can't help but want to see more of this big old paws.
Oh my God, he's adorable.
Guys, go look at Thumz the cat because he's It's everything you need.
He is living his best life.
Oh, I love that he has his own Instagram. So I'm assuming we can post this picture because he has an Instagram.
It's the first picture on his Instagram.
Oh,
can I share it to my
cat.
Instagram right now?
Yes.
Oh my God. Thumz the cat.
Oh, Heather, thank you so much for that. That was so needed.
That was so
This
needed.
week has been the most Mercury in retrograde week, and it was just like, that just soothed my soul.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini, so ask me how I feel about Mercury retrograde.
It's really messing with a lot of people.
It is.
I've been listening to the Sexy Unique podcast, which I mention it a lot. Go listen to it.
I know. Actually, I will listen to it when I'm in the car with you, and I'm always like, I need to remember this when I'm by myself.
It's the SUP podcast, like SUP. It's with Laura Shanghals and Carrie O'Donnell.
And I follow Carrie on Twitter. He's a really good Twitter follow.
He's an amazing follow, and I think they're so are people.
Yeah,
and
they
they've
are.
been fighting against Mercury in retrograde this week, so I feel like a kindred with them.
Yeah.
So go listen to them because they're awesome. She has an amazing Patreon too.
Oh, really?
She has amazing bonus episodes.
Oh,
so.
perfect. And we donate to it, so I can listen to that
We do,
too.
yeah, because I donate to it. But yeah, so I'm just plugging that because they're really good.
I love that. Awesome.
They probably don't need our plug, but
I mean, whatever.
I want to plug no matter what.
All right. My next one is called If I Only Knew What You Would Do in the Future, written by a brat child. Hey, weirdos. My name is Brat. This place I will mention in this story is a super small community of just 900 people. So even though I no longer live there, I would rather just not put my name on it.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I am by no means a writer, but I think you guys will enjoy this particular brand of weird. My family moved to Gore, Oklahoma in 1998.
What a name.
And that's what drew me into this.
I was going to say Gore. I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't either.
Gore, Oklahoma.
As soon as I started, I was like, well, put that into the folder.
Oh, yeah.
So I was 7 at the time and was already so sad to leave the only place I had ever known for this backwoods monstrosity. I was the adventurous child, and I didn't mind the woods part as much as I minded being by myself most of the time. My mom quickly secured a job at a restaurant not far from my new home called the Steakhouse. I bet you can't guess what they sold there.
Chicken.
Yes, obviously. To give a small background into why the events unfolded as they did, I feel it necessary to start with my new home. The house was on 2 acres and super tiny. My dad was a retired Vietnam vet and still suffered lingering effects from his 3 tours in Nam.
Wow.
Yeah, that will do something
My
to you.
dad's a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, my grandpa.
Yeah.
He was very medicated and would sleep for what seemed like 20 hours a day. He was violent, and even though he never hurt me personally, he didn't treat my mother to the same courtesy. He would tell anyone who would listen that, quote, there are only 2 women in my life I haven't hit, my mother and my daughter.
Jesus.
Wow, that's quite a proclamation. So he was a peach. This being said, he couldn't hold down a job, so my mom was hoofing it on that front. She would go to work and leave me at home, but I was so afraid to wake up my dad that I would make her come get me and bring me to her job. Brat child, I know. That's not even bratty.
I know, that's just sad.
Yeah, you were just like nervous. So this is where I met James Kidwell, I believe is how you say it, who at the time was a cook at the steakhouse. Now Jimmy, as I called him, was kind to me. He was super tall, like 6'7" and 209 pounds. And then she wrote in parentheses, I looked it up.
I was going to say that is a very specific. He was 209 pounds, I think,
Just
around.
about.
Yeah.
Also 6'7".
Yeah.
How tall is Ed Kemper again?
He was, I don't remember. I'm going to look it up now.
I think he's like right around there.
He's a little taller than that, I think.
Okay. He might be 6'8". I think, I don't know. Anyways, I can remember once that when I was being a kid
6'9".
Oh, 6'9".
Yeah.
Damn. I can remember once that I was being a kid running around the kitchen of this establishment, again, brat child. He accidentally spilled hot grease from the fire on the back of my legs. That will, like, hurt so
And that
so
must
badly.
have destroyed him.
Well,
Like,
he was so upset.
yeah.
He actually cried when he told my mom what happened.
I don't blame him.
I can also remember him picking me up by my feet and swinging me upside down quite a bit. Keep in mind, I did not fear this person as a child.
Uh-oh.
Now to the juicy bit. My mom and I moved away after 2 years back to our original town and left my dad in Gore. The steakhouse closed its doors and we didn't really think much of it. Until, as a teenager, I was watching Forensic Files with my mom, and James Kidwell showed up as an episode. I asked my mom if this was the same guy because my child brain only vaguely recognized him. She said, yup, I believe so. He had raped and killed a woman in Tulsa. He also killed her husband or ex-husband. I can't remember, but it doesn't stop there. He torched the house with them inside and then shot the guy who stopped to report the fire.
Holy.
Wow.
Whoa.
He was arrested, obviously, because he had went on a date with that poor lady, and when she refused to sleep with him, he was highly recognizable because of his size anyway.
Whoa.
You should look him up. He's not a serial killer per se, but he is a crap human. He's in prison without parole, and from what I read, they haven't treated him well. He's lost all of his teeth. He only had 14 to start with. And he tried to apply for dentures, but they declined his application because he eats just fine and has gained 50 pounds. So they didn't want to use taxpayer money on him. And to that I say, thank you, you stingy bitches. Anyway, I had no way of knowing the same gentle giant of my childhood would be capable of something so horrendous. It's not even the only story I have of meeting a killer, but that's another ballgame. Write another email.
Okay.
LOL, I hope you enjoyed this story. I love listening to you both, and even if you don't pick this, I'm glad I got to tell someone who wouldn't judge me, like it's contagious or something, for being in close contact with these crap humans. Keep it weird, but not so weird that you totally just use all... Oh my god, I got started over. But not so weird that you totally just lose all common decency and turn from the jolly green giant into the psycho-murdering giant of nightmares. Never keep it that weird. Thanks for reading.
Wow.
That's nuts.
I also just looked it up real quick, and the first article that came said toothless murderer loses bid for dentures. That was the first thing that came up, and I was like,
Wow.
all right.
I want to see him.
There it is.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Toothless murderer. That's fucked up.
Wow. Thank you, brat.
Thank you, you little brat.
Thank you, you little brat. That's truly outrageous.
Oh, wow. He's like terrifying.
Truly, 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 truly outrageous.
Truly, truly, truly.
I cannot.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Oh, wow. He really changed.
He sure did.
And from 2004 to 2018,
There's a lot.
He looks like a totally different person.
So my next one is going to be called Murder Conviction Without a Body.
Oh. Okay.
Hi, Alaina and Ash.
Hello.
My name is Megan, and I'm just seeing if she says
Megan.
and I'm ready to tell you the story of what happened to my cousin, Courtney Hogue. Hogue?
I would say Hogue.
Hogue, right? Courtney was born about 9 months before me, so we were essentially Irish twins, but of the cousin sort. We spent the first 9 or so years of our lives living not far from each other in Long Beach, California, where we spent summers at the beach and swimming in our grandmother's pool. We attended school and Girl Scouts together, had sleepovers all the time, and spent every holiday with each other's families. We were inseparable. If I wore pink, she wore purple. If my baby doll had blonde hair, hers had brown hair. You get the idea. The summer before 6th grade, my family moved from Southern California to the Pacific Northwest, and Courtney and I grew apart. While I was focused on academics and performing arts, she drifted towards the wrong crowd and wound up getting pretty heavily into drugs.
Oh, no.
It broke my heart, and while I tried to keep in contact through letters and phone calls, we quickly realized we had less and less in common. I hate when that happens.
I know, it
Everybody
sucks.
is like, a lot of people have had that happen, so I totally get it.
Even just with like close friends.
Yeah, it just like drifts. You realize you're just not the same people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I graduated high school in 2002, I hadn't heard from her in quite some time. I joined the military, badass, shortly thereafter and moved frequently because that's life in the military. And by 2009, I was stationed in Kodiak, Alaska, about a week before my birthday in September that year. My mom called me at my desk, something she rarely did unless it was an emergency, and asked if I was sitting down.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's never good. I could tell she was upset. She told me that she had just heard from my uncle, her younger brother, and that they think that Courtney had been killed by her boyfriend.
Oh, no.
I collapsed. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I quickly booked a flight home to meet up with my mom in Washington, and then a flight for both of us to fly to California to meet up with my aunts, uncle, and grandfather. As it turns out, at a party a couple of weeks before, a few of Courtney's friends were there. One of them looked visibly upset, so her friend asked what was wrong, and she said that she had just come back from Arizona where she thought she saw Courtney dead in a hotel room.
What?
And that it was a man named Christopher Russo's fault. Her friend said she
Why are
had
you
to
at a
tell
party?
someone. It's like, I think I saw someone dead, and I think I know exactly whose fault it is.
But here I am at this party. What the fuck?
But let's party, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
That's so messed up.
Well, her friend said she had to tell someone.
Good friend.
But the friend said she was too scared that Christopher would do something to her if she told the police. Oh, that's so horrible.
Yeah.
Instead, she wrote a written confession and turned it over to her friend, along with a plastic tub of Courtney's clothes.
This is very bizarre.
That tub contained bloody clothing and a man's glove. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, what?
The friend immediately took it to my uncle, who informed police and then called my mom and grandfather.
Your home should show off who you are. Now is the time to boldly write the newest chapter in your home story. And your main character? It's Ashley. Ashley has styles that balance timeless appeal and modern trends to bring your personal look home. Yes, these are well-crafted and affordable pieces with eye-catching design, but they're also built to stand up to real life. With features like stain-resistant performance fabric, options that are incredibly durable, easy to clean, and stain-resistant with machine-washable covers. Plus, Ashley provides fast, reliable, white-glove delivery right to your room of choice, so you can style your space without any stress. Ashley was nice enough to send us a bunch of new pieces for my pod lab at my house, and when I tell you they deliver it to your room of choice, unfortunately they did have to deliver to the attic, but they could not have been nicer about it. I got, or was gifted I should say, the Revion Lake sofa and love seat. It's in this like olive colored velvety fabric. It's so nice. I will say it is so freaking easy to clean because if you know me, you know that I have a white cat and a black cat and then a multicolored cat. The white cat loves to just roll all up on this furniture and leave his hair everywhere, but it's so easy to vacuum. I also got the Meili coffee table. So I have that, like I said, in my attic, but I'm ready to order another one for my living room because this coffee table is so beautiful. It has this like antique old money vibe to it. I absolutely love it. And then finally, I got three actually of the core stone end tables. They have little shelves in them so you can dress them up and, kind of like personalize them to your style. I highly, highly recommend all of the pieces that I got. And I just recommend Ashley in general. It was such an easy process to shop with them and the delivery, all of that from start to finish. It was awesome. Visit your local Ashley store or head to ashley.com to find your style. Getting paid twice a month doesn't mean money is scarce. It just feels that way. That feeling makes you do weird stuff, like putting things on a card you didn't need to. Earnin removes that feeling. With Earnin, you can access up to $150 per day of money you've already earned, plus up to $1,000 between paychecks. Standard transfers take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees, and expedited transfers start at $3.99 and cap at $5.99. 5 million people are already on it, and honestly, it's wild it didn't exist sooner. Download Earnin on the App Store or Google Play, spelled like earning money without the G. Type in Morbid under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Expedited transfers available for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. Available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
My aunt, her mom, still didn't know. Oh my God.
What?
When my mom and I landed in Long Beach, we met up with my uncle, grandfather, and my mom's middle sister to go tell my aunt what had happened to her daughter.
Oh no.
When she opened the door and saw all of us, she knew immediately what was going on. She told us that it wasn't strange for Courtney to go missing for weeks on end and that this was the longest she had been gone. She said she hadn't seen Courtney in almost 2 months.
Oh no.
She told us that she had come home from work one day in July to find her house was a complete mess with tables and chairs overturned and random objects scattered about. Her dog was visibly shaken.
No.
And there was a small trail of blood leading from the bedroom to the front door. What is happening?
Wait, and why did nothing happen?
I'm stressed out.
The next sentence.
Apparently this was a common occurrence in Courtney and Christopher's relationship. No, that's not okay. Like,
oh my God.
I'm so stressed out.
But it's like, what is the mom supposed to do? Like, this is her adult daughter.
This is awful.
This is, wow, this is gut-wrenching.
What a terrible situation to be in. He was very controlling and often tried to limit her contact with anyone, especially men. This comes into play as a factor in her death because Christopher was jealous of her relationship with another man, Juan Orozco?
Yeah.
She was also present at the time of Courtney's death.
Or who was also pregnant.
I was like, what?
I just said pregnant.
Thank you.
Present.
So this person was also present at the time of Courtney's death, excuse me. From what I was told, the written confession from Courtney's friend described how she had met Christopher and Courtney at a hotel in Tempe, where she had allowed Courtney to use her phone. When Christopher found out that she had told her had told her mom where she was, he lost his temper and essentially beat the life out of her.
What?
He demanded that her friend leave, which she did for a few hours to give him time to cool off. Her friend didn't know Courtney was dead at this point. And when she returned to the hotel room, Courtney appeared to be asleep on the floor, but there was blood all around her.
Like, that's not somebody sleeping.
Christopher handed her friend the bin with her clothes and told her to leave. Much of the story is detailed in the notes from Christopher's appeal, which she links below.
Wow.
By the time my mom and I made it to California, Christopher was already in jail in Orange County on a drug charge. So we had to wait a while for him to be extradited to Arizona for his murder trial. Although the Maricopa County Police conducted a thorough search of the area, they were unable to locate Courtney's body. It is assumed that Christopher dumped her in the Arizona desert.
Oh my God.
And by the time it was brought to anyone's attention, it had been months, so her body was either lost to the elements or animals. That being said, it took almost 5 years for Russo to be brought to trial for what he did to Courtney and Juan. On September 3rd, 2014, he was found guilty of felony kidnapping, premeditated murder, and felony murder. And then she links it. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Since then, he has tried to appeal his conviction, and a completely revolting Facebook page has been set up. Honestly, Facebook is the worst for everything.
Cesspool.
Has been set up in support of his appeal and is named @FreeChristopherRusso.
What the fuck?
At the date of this email, the page has over 5,600 followers. Here's a link to his 2016 appeal, which contains details of what really happened that day, and much to my delight shows that his appeal was officially denied.
Good.
Thank
Fuck that
goodness. We've since had a memorial for Courtney, but her mom still struggles with finding closure without having her body. I can't imagine.
I always say that whenever we cover cases where the body is missing.
It's always the worst. That Ashley Young case just immediately pops into my head.
Because it's two separate things to grieve. You're grieving the death of your child, and then the fact that you have no idea where this baby is that you brought into the world.
Like, and what's happening to, like,
I can't fathom that.
It's too much. We all are so angered that someone could take her away from us like that, and it breaks my heart that my aunt has lost her baby. I've lost one of my best friends. Even though we had our differences, I still look back at our shared childhood with fondness. I've attached some pictures of us together twinning. I'm the one with the straight blonde hair and doing Girl Scout stuff. This is how I remember her.
Oh.
I'm not sure if this is enough of a story for a full episode, but I hope that you consider featuring it somehow, because her story is one that shouldn't be forgotten amidst the judgment and criticism of Russo's quote-unquote fan base on Facebook. And I hope that one day he comes to his senses and tells us where she is so that we can have a proper burial for her. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Your podcast has gotten me through some of the darkest times, and I am truly grateful for your sisterhood.
Oh,
take care. Oh,
that
you
just made my heart, like,
that grabbed my soul. Like, that entire thing. Honestly, thank you for sharing that with us.
And we're so sorry that you lost your cousin.
That's horrific.
Like that.
That's horrific. And honestly, let's all send good vibes that he comes to his senses and says where she is, because what is the point besides torturing a family more?
That's just somebody that's super sick.
Exactly.
Like not sick in a way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's so messed up.
Ugh, that's awful. Also, you guys were adorable.
I know. You guys are like, I can't. Like, she was beautiful.
Oh, she really was.
Okay. This next one is called Yeet Shot in the Chesticle.
Yeah, so we'll bring it back up, I suppose.
I don't know.
Maybe.
So,
it begins Yeet.
With the headline.
Yeah.
But, all right. So, hello. My name is Amy. Sounds like Amy because it's Amy with a Y.
Oh, there you go.
I think she said we can use her last name. Yeah, her last name is Swartz. Almost 14 years ago, I woke up in the hospital after being shot. I can tell you what being shot feels like.
Wow.
It does not initially hurt. It feels like a lot of pressure and very hot. The pain comes when the adrenaline decreases and your brain finally realizes what has happened. In my situation, the pain finally came back when people showed up to help me. It was like my brain told my body, it's okay to feel now. And felt I did.
That makes so much sense.
Also, already, you've written this beautifully.
Yeah, you have.
I've told this story several times, but have never written it down. The only written record of this are the newspaper articles found online, many in which are wrong because the writer pieced together their own story, or only heard his side of the story, as if his side of the story actually mattered. I was shot with a .357 revolver May 4th, 2007 by my, even at that time, ex-boyfriend Dustin Dankers in Missoula, Montana. Please use all names. If you didn't want to be called out, don't fucking do bad things.
Wow.
It was just a month before my 21st birthday. June 2nd, Ash. I'm a Gemini too, and a very true one at that. What? The bullet went through my left palm, out my wrist, through my left breast, went between my sternum and my heart, through my liver, my diaphragm, and my right lung before stopping between my ribs and skin underneath my right armpit.
Wow.
What the fuck? Oh my, I need a second.
Wow.
That is insane.
Wow.
Doctors later cut the bullet out and inserted a drainage tube in the same location. For reference, a .357 bullet is exactly the width I have between my heart and sternum. Wow. I often wonder how I am alive.
That is like...
That's a huge bullet.
That's some kind of universe intervention there.
Oh, seriously.
That is the exact... Wow.
That's nuts.
I'm just shocked.
Dusty and I dated for about 2 years prior to that night. We met during our freshman year of college. I regret so much of that for so many reasons, being shot set aside. We moved in together way too quickly. The story of those 2 years is very similar to every domestic abuse case. He threatened me and my family every time we fought. He isolated me from my friends and my family, told me when I was getting fat, told me that I should be a blonde, had an online girlfriend at one point. Just your run-of-the-mill, over-controlling piece of garbage that thinks the world owes him and he owns you. Jeez. This is horrible.
He sounds awesome.
I do not think I need to go into too much detail, as sadly everyone knows that story. Fast forward to March 2007. I had been looking for a way out of this relationship for a while. I would get out and he would rope me back in. Somehow the stars aligned and my best friend's roommate was moving out of their apartment. I took that opportunity to move in with her. Honestly, I don't remember much about that. I moved my stuff into my roommate's apartment, and he moved in with one of his classmates. He was still in college. Sadly, I was not. I had almost flunked out due to him. I failed Psych 101 because he wouldn't allow me to go to my midterm test or my final the semester before. What? All too familiar a story for some. This guy's, like, horrific.
This is horrible.
He played many mind games with me, the month of April. His grandpa passed away and he called me yelling at me, asking why I didn't go to the funeral. Well, that same time, my best friend / roommate's cousin, a guy we all went to school with, was killed in Iraq by an IED. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
I was singing at his funeral the day of his grandpa's funeral. He then got pissed at me for not including him in that. He would show up to our apartment distraught and sad, asking me just to sit with him. I did for a couple times, but eventually told him he needed to move on. I do believe he was stalking me for a couple weeks. I even went as far as looking for footprints in the flower box outside my window. All my senses were telling me something was going to go very wrong. May 4th was a Friday. The college rodeo was in town. My roommate's sister and boyfriend came to town for the night. We planned on going to the rodeo, pre-gaming for Cinco de Mayo, oh my god, one of my favorite holidays, and just having fun hanging out. It had been so long since I was allowed to hang out with my friends. Because 2 of us were not 21 yet, I borrowed an idea that said
The Sherwin-Williams summer sale is here. Get 30% off select paints and stains or 35% off their newest product, Emerald Symmetry, July 17th through the 27th. Whether you're looking to refresh your interior or your exterior, they've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
that said I was 27 from a neighboring small town, ironically matching my best friend's borrowed ID, saying she was 28 and from that same small town. Those IDs looked nothing like us, but they worked. We were really ready for a fun night. I have to say, I looked smoking that night. I had on my tight jeans with 3-inch platforms. I had to, since my borrowed ID said that I was a lot taller than I was. A black lacy tank with a white button up over the top and a black leather jacket.
Ooh.
Oh, girl. Okay.
I was going to say.
And she said my makeup was spot on and I had a great hair day.
Good for you.
The stars were aligning. I just added that in there. While out drinking margaritas at the local Mexican restaurant, I started to get a lot of text messages from Dusty. They were starting to sound frantic and crazy, so I quit responding. He then replied with, "Your dog is in the pound." Since my apartment didn't allow dogs, he had to take the dog he gave me for my birthday the year before. All part of the control. He used that dog as a pawn many, many times. The last time was this night.
Oh, that's so mean.
The mind control.
To say your dog is in the pound?
Because he knows that's what's going to get
destroy
her
you.
to answer. That's so fucked. This is where it gets a little confusing. Apparently, he still had a key and stole my car. I had not registered or insured it as I was walking to work and I didn't want to spend the money. While driving around in my car, he got pulled over for no registration or insurance, and he received tickets for this in the amount of $200, so he said. My friends and I were at another bar when I got the call. I told them I'd be right back. I had to take care of this. I walked out of the bar, still on the phone with him. I told him I would get the tickets and pay them if he just left me alone. He said he was in the parking lot of the place I worked. It was only 2 blocks, so I walked down. He, of course, was walking up the street also. My phone rang. It was his mother telling me Dusty was in a bad place and I just needed to talk to him.
You know what? Like, no, it's not her responsibility to talk your son down.
No, it's not anybody's
that's not her
responsibility.
And that's not cool to put that on someone else.
No, it's not. He saw that I was on the phone, grabbed it, ran back to my stolen car, shut the door, and locked himself in. I tried to open the door, telling him to give me my phone. I saw him going through my recent calls and contact lists. I turned around and said, just take my phone. I don't care anymore. I heard the door open. I turned back around and said, give me my... At this point, I felt so much pressure in my hand and my chest. It felt so hot, like my skin was burning. I looked down and didn't see anything. I asked, did you just shoot me with a blank? Did you shoot me? I stayed standing there the entire time and thinking, is this what it feels like to be shot? It can't be. It doesn't hurt. I started to walk. I stepped over a parking block. When my foot hit the ground, I felt pressure in my back. Oof. Looking down again, I didn't see anything on my chest, but my left hand felt hot and wet. The black leather sleeve was hanging over my hand, so I couldn't see anything wrong. I saw something drip, and I knew it wasn't good. I started screaming, I've been shot. Someone please help me.
Oh my God, this must be I'm like feeling this.
This is so crazy. I saw someone running into the Elks Lodge across the street. No one was going to help me. Everyone was scared for themselves. Oh my God.
That must be the loneliest feeling in the entire world.
And the most helpless feeling. Yeah. He opened the back door of the car and told me to get in. I started to, and then I thought, no, I have to get out. He'll drop me off in the woods, either killing me the rest of the way or I'll die bleeding out. Oh. I still couldn't feel or see anything. I got out of the car, pushing him away. I saw blood on my hand from my hand on the car seat. I knew it was bad at this point. I started yelling for help again. Someone help me. I've been shot. 4 people came out of nowhere to help me.
Oh, good. I was
Seriously.
Like, someone good, please
Can we have
up.
a good Samaritan?
Yeah.
I later found out it was 2 young couples that had just graduated college. Side note, recently one of them has reached out to me. Feels so good to make lifelong friends in strange situations.
Heroes.
They asked me where I was shot. I said, I think my chest and something's wrong with my hand. The ladies helped me on the ground. One of the guys took off his flannel to put it on my chest, and the other went to talk to Dusty, who at that point was up against the brick wall with the gun to his head. Oh, wow. Can you imagine having to intervene in this situation?
Yeah, this situation is terrifying.
I put my hand above my head, knowing it was bleeding. At that point, I saw him with the gun to his head, said, shoot yourself, you motherfucker. I then saw my hand. The muscle was protruding out of my hand. My breathing was becoming a little bubbly, and I thought, I can't die. Our small town, my family and friends cannot handle the death of another young person. I am like, this is emotional. It really didn't take long for the ambulance to show up. My phone call list suggests that I was shot between 11:15 and 11:18. The ambulance record indicates it showed up at 11:37. Wow.
Wow.
I remember the paramedics talking to me because I can start small talk with anyone and everyone. I said, my friend's a paramedic, and they asked who it was. Turns out the lady paramedic was the teacher of the class in which my friend and the other paramedic on the ambulance that night were students.
Oh my God.
They knew him.
Small world.
And called him, telling him he should come to the hospital. Thank goodness for small communities. The paramedics asked for my ID. I had to tell them I was not the girl in my pocket.
Oh.
My name was Amy. Again, thank goodness for all the small town communities. The ambulance ride was short. I remember complaining about a pain in my shoulder. I remember profusely apologizing for complaining. Oh my God. At that point, breathing was getting a bit harder, and my hand felt numb,
that must be so
stiff,
scary.
tingly, hot, lots of pressure. The pain in my shoulder and back continued to get worse, and my chest no longer burned. I remember being in the emergency room. They injected me with the stuff for the MRI or CAT scan, whichever one. They told me I would feel a hot sensation like I was peeing, but assured me I was not, in which I responded, good, that would be embarrassing considering I'm complaining so much already.
Oh.
I love that she's like, I'm so sorry for complaining.
I love her.
I've been shot.
Amazing.
Then they told me I was about to go into a little chamber and it might be tight. I responded with, it looks like a tanning bed. Will it tan me too?
Oh my God, what a hot shit.
I love it. The next thing I remember is being told to count down from 10. I then woke up to my paramedic friend in the ICU telling me I was going to be okay. He was crying, telling me he loved me and everything was going to be okay.
Love your paramedic friend.
Oh my God. That was 13 years ago today as I write this to you. 13 years ago, I've just got like complete
chills,
goosebumps.
Yeah.
13 years ago right now, I was lying in the ICU, getting ready to be transported to a normal hospital room. When I got to my normal hospital room, so many of my friends and family were there, which was amazing to me. This all happened in one town, and my friends and family lived in another town about an hour and a half away. When news got out that this happened, everyone came. There were also more flowers than I think I had ever seen before. To this day, the smell of lilies makes me smile, tear up, and think about how many people were thankful that I was alive. I found out the 2 couples that helped me that night also helped my friends and family. They went to the store and bought them food and drinks knowing they would need it. I'm about to cry.
What a community.
I spent 6 days in the hospital. Overall, my hospital stay was quite pleasant. Everyone was so nice and caring. I didn't look at my hand for a couple weeks. The thought of what it looked like terrified me. But the doctor assured me when I was ready to go on dates, I could turn my hand over and no one would ever know. Oh my God.
So sweet.
That's adorable. He was right. It just looks like I had a gnarly surgery. My insides hurt the most. My insides hurt the most. I could not sit up on my own. I could not laugh too hard or cry. All the pressures hurt. Laying down hurt, staying still hurt, sitting hurt, moving hurt. The anesthesia made me throw up. That felt like I was ripping my insides out one by one. Oof. Which then made me cry and hurt even more. For a few years afterwards, anytime I ran or did too many sit-ups, my insides would remind me of the incident. I think the worst part, however, was the feeling I got from taking the morphine while in the hospital and the Percocet at home. Those drugs made me feel out of my mind, loopy. They raised my anxiety and altered my mood. I didn't take those for long. Like I said, once your body knows you'll be okay is when it allows you to feel. Also, I had to be on morphine and Percocet once for breaking my pelvis, and it makes you feel insane.
It's terrible.
It's not fun. And the morphine, you'll get like so sick.
Oh, yeah.
I got incredibly sick when I took that.
That stuff will kill you.
Yeah. Dusty spent a year in county jail before pleading guilty to deliberate mitigated homicide and getting 5 years in prison with 65 years probation.
Wow.
That's right. Only 5 years in prison for trying to murder someone. I always get so fucking mad at that. Because it's like...
Because it's just because it failed.
Right. Like,
that's it.
I can't. He also got time served. He ended up spending only 2 years in county jail, so he only spent 3 years in prison. He had to pay me $2,500 restitution for a few odds and ends. They say money can't buy happiness. Well, that measly amount actually bought a lot of anger and resentment.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I ended up paying most of my hospital bills. The fact that she had to pay her hospital bills.
You shouldn't even have to pay $1.
No. Although some entities either donated to them or just wiped them away from being what circumstances they were. Why do I sometimes feel I was being punished for living?
For real.
Honestly. People always say, I'm so sad that happened to you. I respond, I'm not. It had to happen. It was the only way he would leave me alone, and better he shoot me and I live than
Okay, let's be honest. I feel like when we were all like really first starting our periods, we all had that moment where we bled through our jeans or something like that, and it always happened at school or at a sleepover somewhere really embarrassing. Periods always come with enough surprises, right? So nobody wants a pad that stinks. And honestly, women have been expected to just deal with that for way too long. That's why Kotex is changing the game with a completely redesigned lineup of pads and liners like Kotex BioCare. Kotex BioCare is the first and only pad with the pH proactive system that helps optimize the pad's pH. And the pad helps combat odor and irritants from period blood. Listen, we take care of our faces with 12-step routines, but we're just going to ignore our downstairs mix-up? Absolutely not. Kotex BioCare gets it, and I love that. Check out Kotex.com for more details on the new launch of Kotex BioCare, available in regular, heavy, overnight, and daily liners. Every flow covered. Now available at retailers nationwide.
Here's a quick podcast for all you true crime fans. The case of the missing Reeses. It was me at the store with my mouth. Motive? They're Reeses. What was I going to do? Stop myself? Tune in next time to see if I do it again. Spoiler, I will. Wow, that had everything. Reeses, suspense, Reeses.
I shoot him and he dies. I'd be the one in prison. I don't want to go to prison.
I don't blame you.
Since then, I was able to get back into college.
Yes.
I have 2 bachelor's and a master's degree and a decent job that I enjoy. Hell yeah.
Oh my God. A
My
master's degree.
I know. My left hand kind of sucks. I have no feeling in my thumb and 2 fingers. It likes to curl up when it's cold, and I constantly drop things. My lung capacity isn't great, but I'm able to hike and pass the PAC test for wildland firefighting. Both, oh my God, what?
Stop. You are literally a badass.
Like, wow. Both
Wow.
huge accomplishments for me.
Oh, yeah, for anyone.
Yeah, like, what? My diaphragm only reminds me of its wounds when I drink alcohol. I tend to get the hiccups a lot. The big body shaking loud hiccups that people think they need to cut me off from the booze. Depending on how much I've had to drink, I'll tell them the story. They usually buy me another drink and apologize. I tend to talk with my hands. Thankfully, which is why that bullet didn't go through my heart, my hands slowed it down.
Ooh.
So she must have been like,
with their
can you
hands
give
a
me my
lot?
phone? Like,
Yeah,
and that's why she was shot in the hand.
Wow.
So sometimes I forget I'm holding a drink and talking with my hands, dropping the drink and making yet another scene. At this point, all one can do is make the best of things. My friends joke, May the 4th be with me, as, oh yeah, because she was shot on May the 4th. As my hand stopped a bullet from doing more damage. I joke about my leather jacket and Calvin Klein push-up from saving me.
Amazing.
Saving my life that night. Calvin Klein may be able to double market those bras.
Hell yeah.
I'm an avid, vivid dreamer, but I've only had about 3 dreams regarding this situations.
Good.
Loud noises do make me jump, and sometimes guns are hard to be around. Obviously.
Yeah, that's
I can
okay.
imagine. I was diagnosed with PTSD. I think they're wrong. I have a very bubbly, upbeat personality, though being a true Gemini, that does flip on occasion. I do have a hard time with relationships, but don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, I like totally thought that your friend that showed up in the ICU was like going to be your man's or something.
I know, I totally thought that.
Especially when she was like 13 years ago. I was like, and then you guys realized you were in love? I don't
That's
think
okay,
so.
though. It's okay.
Yeah, this story's great regardless. Like I've said, this is my side of the story. There's a lot of speculation that can be made, like why he was so jealous that night. Ultimately, I don't care, and I don't spend my time thinking about that. It all just sounds like justification for a very poor decision made on his behalf.
Yeah, it doesn't matter why he was jealous.
No.
Nothing justifies that.
Shooting somebody. Keep in mind, he transported that gun from his house in a vehicle to my apartment, then took that gun from his vehicle and placed it in my vehicle that he stole and drove around town in.
Exactly.
His reasoning for wanting me dead doesn't fucking matter.
Nope.
I now live by the motto, you do not have to forgive and forget. You must remember and recover. Because fuck forgiving someone who tried to murder me.
Yeah, I
And
don't
I'll be
blame you.
damned if I ever forget the night I was almost murdered.
Wow.
I love her so much.
She is such a badass.
I love that. You must remember and recover. I'm going to tell that to everybody.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you have no obligation to forgive and forget.
No, and people are always like, you have to forgive for yourself. No, you don't.
You don't have to.
There's plenty of people I don't forgive for shit they did.
If you don't feel like you want to forgive, you don't have to.
No, it's all up to you. Thank you for reading my story. I'm very excited to have you gals read it. Overall, this is a happy story. I'm okay. You ladies get to tell my story publicly for the first time, and I get to tell you what it feels like to be shot. That's a win-win-win, right? Take it away, Ash. Keep it so weird, but not so weird that you let this motherfucker ruin the rest of your life and not joke about your Calvin Klein padded bra.
Yes. Oh my God, Amy. What a freaking warrior.
Seriously.
That was amazing.
Wow.
That was truly, truly amazing.
I also love that everybody showed up
Wow.
for you.
I love that. I love that so much.
That was so emotional.
Oh, it was.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, we should end, I guess, on like a paranormal.
What about this one? Skied away from a murderer.
Skied
Is that
away
one
from
good?
a murderer. I think that's a good one, actually.
Is that one good enough
Is
to
that one
read?
good?
No, I'm totally kidding.
Let me see. All right. Let's do skied away from a murderer.
Okay.
Hi, Alaina and Ash. Thanks for doing the amazing work you do. You rock. Thank you.
You too.
I started listening to your podcast a few months ago and have almost caught up. You keep me company during my 10-hour shifts at a machine shop.
Ooh.
Only downside is that I work at the night shift and the whole place is almost empty.
Sounds like a dream.
Then I'll have to drive home in the middle of the night through the empty town and right past a prison.
Okay,
and by
never
the
mind.
way, I live behind a cemetery.
Wow.
Needless to say, I drive home every night like demons were following me. Fortunately, the drive is only 7 minutes. So my name is Sarah. Or Sarah. It's 2 A's.
I know. I've never seen Sarah like that.
I like it either way.
I like it a lot.
You can use my name because I don't have anything to hide. I love that.
All right.
I live in Washington, pretty close to Seattle. I was born in Finland and
Ooh.
moved to the U.S. with my family when I was 18. Let me tell you that I'm the oldest of 9 children. I know you think that's crazy, but hey, my dad is one of 14 kids. By the way, big families are definitely not a normal thing in Finland. That's a huge family. Anyway, let's get to my story about how I skied away from a possible murderer and was stupid enough to go back. This all happened when I was about 16. 6 years have passed, and I hope I now have that I got my brains back. My family lived in the middle of Finland in a relatively big city. Actually, not that big, but big for a small country. I love that thought process. That just
It
went
was
in-
big.
You know what? That wasn't
Not
that
that
big.
big.
Our neighborhood was right to the edge of the city, and behind that was just woods and some more woods. And of course, there were a couple of lakes because Finland is just filled with woods and lakes.
Saying Finland is just filled is like...
It is.
That's
I was
hard.
like, there was a path in the woods for jogging, biking, and whatnot. In winter, there was a ski trail for cross-country skiing. I love cross-country skiing and went skiing almost every day until the snow melted. Of course, I used that path because it was right behind our house. Part of the path had lights, but I skied everywhere. There's not a lot of sun in Finland during the winter months. Or actually, you don't see that precious sun at all for a couple months, so it was really dark as sin, and I had a headlamp to light my way. Wow.
That's nuts.
You're a badass. All was fine. I enjoyed my skiing workout and the fresh air. My mom was a little worried that I'd hurt myself in the dark. I promised to always carry my phone. Now that I think about it, my phone was mostly dead.
Same.
Some big brain time. She did the smiley face with
That's hilarious.
with the glasses. I started seeing a creepy man on the part of the path that didn't have lights.
No.
I'm out. He was slowly walking on the side of the path, almost hidden in the woods. No.
I'm leaving.
Once he came closer and started talking to me. I don't remember what he said, but that doesn't matter. The disturbing thing was that he spoke in the first place. How dare he? FYI, in Finland, you do not talk to strangers and stay far away from people. Can I come to Finland?
I know. That's like
I'm
my
down.
motto.
My heart went crazy and I flew past him like my skis had rocket engines attached. I decided not to go that way anymore. Smart.
Mm-hmm.
A week later, I woke up to seeing news of a murder. A young woman had been found on the path just a mile from my home, raped and murdered.
Oh, gosh.
That was the spot where I flew past the creepy guy. Now my mom was really worried of me going skiing down that path. I told her I would only stay on the lighted parts and not go in the directions where the murder happened. Oh my God, I would be crazy.
I'd be like, no, you're not.
My mom wasn't happy at all. But I sneaked out and went skiing on the path where a murder happened the day before. Girl. I guess skiing was more important than safety. That's what she said.
Ay.
I continued skiing and nothing happened. There were at least 2 reported rapes in the... Oh my God, nothing happened. But then there were at least 2 reported rapes in the area during the next month or so.
Wow.
But the dumbass bitch I am, I continued skiing like nothing had happened. I don't know where I left my brains.
Were they in your helmet?
Something happened. About a month later, I was again going skiing, but suddenly didn't feel like going. I'm not sure why I didn't go, but I ended up playing Mario Super Smash Brothers with my brothers. That's smart.
Iconic.
The very next morning, I found out that there was another murder. Again, a young woman was found raped and murdered on the path. But this time, it was even closer to my home and on the part where I skied every day. I almost shit my pants.
Yeah.
The murder had happened around 7 p.m., and that's when I usually went skiing. If I was skiing that night, I would have seen the murder or gotten murdered. Oh.
That's terrifying.
I guess I would have most likely been the victim. I stopped skiing for that whole winter. Smart choice at last. It was March and the snow was melting anyways, but honestly, I was just too scared to go on that path. The next year I lived in Germany and then moved to the US. I never got a chance to go skiing again on that path. I'm glad I didn't, because knowing me, I would have gone back the very next year. As far as I know, the case is still open, and no one has been charged with those murders.
That's terrifying. And you were still going to go back?
I'm stressed. I'm pretty sure that the creepy man knows something, but the police were not able to find him. My Google search didn't give me any information, and I have to stay not knowing what happened.
No, that sucks.
If the creepy guy is still in the area, he's been quiet for a few years. I'm glad to be the 4,650. I'm glad to be the 4,650 miles from that place in West Coast Washington, where quote unquote nothing ever happens. Congrats for finishing the novel. I'd jump the moon if you were to read this on the podcast. We'll get jumping.
Jump, jump, jump.
I might write you some other novels of life, like My Haunted Home, please do, that almost killed me.
Oh, yeah,
but
I need
decided to burn itself to the ground.
Need it.
Send that immediately.
Send it.
Keep up with the awesome work and keep it weird, but not so weird that you go skiing on a path where bad shit happens, but you don't care because skiing is more important than life.
Wow.
Your fellow weirdo, Sarah. Or
Skiing
Sarah.
is more important than life.
Wow.
That listener tales bunch was bananas.
What a roller coaster that just took us through.
We did a lot of true crime in that one.
That one was much more heavy true crime.
Yeah. Well, last night we did like a bunch of dead brides, so I guess we needed some true crime.
Wowzer. That
Holy.
was crazy.
Damn.
Thank you guys for sending those in. And for anybody in there that was like, maybe I'll send you my other one. Please do.
Do it.
Send the other one.
Do
because
it.
you're all amazing. These are all great. Please send us more. And make sure you title them listener tales and whatever you want to name them. Because
Yes.
that's always fun.
And we always love, like a good subject line will pull us right in.
Who doesn't love a great subject
All
line?
these subject lines, like yeet, shot in the chesticle, murder conviction without a body.
Yeah.
My sister got her extra toe-eyed cat, not toe-eyed, my extra-toed cat from a murderer, and skied away from a murderer.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
Oh,
who
and
wouldn't read those?
If I only knew what you would do in the future, written by a brat child.
I mean,
Like that all drew us in.
perfection.
I mean,
So-
if you use the word yeet in your thing, I'm definitely going to read it. So
It's true. She is. So thank you so much, guys. You rock. Keep
Yeah.
sending these in.
hopefully you get to see the cat on the Instagram.
Yes. Go find Thumz with a Z, the cat.
Yeah. And I feel like because it's a public thing, we can post the picture of the cat.
We're going to post him.
I'll
because
message and ask.
He's beautiful.
I love him.
I
All
love
right.
him.
Well, go on over to Instagram.
At Morbid Podcast.
Hit us up on Twitter.
At a Morbid Podcast.
Send us a Gmail.
Morbidpodcast at gmail.com.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it
weird. But not so weird that you think that skiing is more important than not getting murdered, because like you definitely don't want to get murdered on a ski trail because like nobody would find you and that'd be really scary. And not so weird that like you hang out in the kitchen with like a guy that's going to murder people in the future. Not so weird that like you get your cat from a murderer because like wow, but like hopefully they have as many toes as that cat because that cat is keeping it weird. Not so weird that things happen at a party and you think you know somebody that was murdered there. Don't keep it that weird. And not so weird that you got shot in the chesticle. Yeet.
Ah.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health, so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast.
Do you remember in school when your teacher had a favorite of everything? A favorite marker, a favorite element, and yes, even a favorite student? Who wasn't me, so let's move on. I want to talk about their real favorite thing, Kleenex tissues. According to teacher lists, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. They're silky soft, help prevent skin irritation. And now, with Kleenex Snap and Go, you can take them anywhere. Stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.